Well, hey everyone, Jay here today, and I'm sorting some 2x4 bricks. I'm actually sorting these by color. I just got done filming another video previously talking about my disability, so here I am now talking about overflowing. How am I going to combat this? Now, if you guys all remember, my 2x4 bin of bricks was overflowed massively, where I couldn't even, I have twice as much than I need. So now I'm actually sorting by color, and I'm pulling out colors that I don't normally use, like orange. If anybody remembers my big giant pumpkin project, I'll have it also posted in the description. It's a MOC that I built. I bought like 500 or 600 of these. And I really don't use orange for a lot of stuff. So I'm pulling out just the bright orange, putting it in its own bin. That's when I'm starting to sort by color. I don't have any more of those drawer cards, so I'm using these shoe box, these plastic shoe boxes that have the lid to keep the dust off. And they work really good for that too. When should you sort by color or by size? It depends. Like these are already sorted by size. Now it's at the point where I have to start sorting by color. And it's in one of those big old giant storage cart drawers, and it's sticking out like 6 inches, and I'm afraid my whole entire wall unit's going to collapse. So, and two, it's just too heavy to pick up, so I might have to load. But if you have to sort stuff, it just depends on your preference. Some people sort all by color because it visually looks appealing. It does, I'm not going to lie, it looks really cool. But for me, as a MOC builder, sorting by color doesn't do me any good because I'm looking at building a prototype and I don't care what color the parts are. Because I can easily inventory parts by color on a database. I've been starting to do that with some of my bricks now. Like when I get done with this, I'll take this, weigh the container, and I'll weigh 1 brick, okay? Then I'll come in here, put all the bricks in here and weigh this. Or another way you could do it too. I mean, if you were to do 1 brick at a time, you can easily find out how many bricks you have. So basically there is a kind of like a formula. So I weigh this first, weigh 1 of these, dump this in here, minus this, the container, and then just separate it there with the formula. And then I get about plus or minus 1 brick. Because sometimes some parts can get stuck in these tubes and along the sides of the walls. You have to be careful with that. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way and just hand count them, but who wants to spend all time doing that? Yeah. So I'm going to be sorting this stuff forever. How long is this going to take me? I don't know. I mean, what is this now? Let's see here. That's about half full. And I still got this big pile to go through. I hate to think I'm going to have to get a bigger box for orange bricks. Orange is not really a color I normally use. Like I said, I'd use this for the jack-o'-lantern. Might be able to build a bigger jack-o'-lantern. Just for fun, just to kind of build some stuff up. Or I can use it for a Minecraft theme, like this could be lava or something. But sorting by color is really a good benefit if you're a visual person, you like seeing color. I mean, if I were to do my whole Lego room in color, it would look really spectacular, but it would be useless to me. For me, I'm looking for specific parts. Now, there may be some colors in here that I may never use, like pink. I may never use this pink 2x4 brick. I may never use these in any build. I can put these in one of these containers and put it up somewhere where I don't need to see it again. But yeah, I mean, that's more visual appearing than this. But at least one thing though, if I need an orange brick, I don't have to look too far. The only problem I would have is losing this bin altogether. Or I can just come in here and just pull out all the ones that I can see. Then you come in and do this. Oh, I found one that fell out. Okay, good. We'll just pull more of these out. There's different strategies of pulling out by color. You can just say, okay, I'm just going to pick up all the ones that I can see and scoop this up. I have that big drawer over here that I've been putting them in. Like I see a bunch, I'll just come here and knock all these back down, just pull those out. Or some people do this, they'll do one at a time. I got literally thousands of these. If I had to move one every second, I'd be here probably for a day or so. I don't want to do that. Also, if you're sorting by color, make sure you're in a really well-lit area too. Now, first off, you don't want to be in a dark, cluttered room, you know, with no lighting. Obviously, if you're sorting this in a dark room, you won't see what color it is. It would be useless. But for somebody like myself, I need a lot of light to do this stuff. And especially if you're sorting colors. Let me see if I can find like these two here. You know, I mean, I could get confused. That's why I do it in a really well lit area. And I'm under a 60-watt bulb right now. It also depends on the lighting you do when you sort bricks by color. Like right now, I can't depend on natural light from outside because we're under a big nasty fire area right now, and air outside is like this really orangey amber color. It would just distort some of the color perception of these. But what kind of light would you use? I mean, the best thing to use is use a warm LED or an incandescent bulb. Try to stay away from the fluorescent bulbs. They kind of make things a little more cooler. So maybe blues may not show up very well. I also heard fluorescent bulbs do deteriorate your bricks. I don't know how true that is, but I really don't want to take that risk into that. So we're going to keep pulling this out. And if you notice there's some jump editing, that's because I'm editing all the silent spots out. I didn't come prepared with an outline on sorting bricks by color, but you pretty much get the idea of what I'm doing right now. I'm just pulling them all out. And like I said, if this container fills up, I'll move to a bigger container. Let's see if we can get a couple more handfuls in here. Get this cleaned up here. And now we're at 55–60% full. I don't even want to know how many are in there, but I'm going to weigh them on my scale. And then I'll find out exactly how many of these I have. So I weigh the container and I weigh one brick, and then I just come in here, weigh this with the container minus the container and divide it. Doesn't sound too fun, but if you'd like to see a formula on that, I can most certainly do so. I put it on my math channel though. But yeah, sorting by color, but when I'm done with this, I'm going to inventory all these in my database, since I don't have 2x4s inventoried in color. I think I had maybe about 7,600 of these bricks. Okay. And I don't know how many orange I have, because I didn't categorize these by color. Now I am. So those are separated. Alright, just finished sorting, and this drawer here went down a little bit. So you can still see it's kind of bulging. Here we are here. And this bin here, it's enough to put a lid on. And I think there, if I counted correctly, with the weight issue, there were 768 bricks in here. They're just orange. So with this pulled out of here, if you put that in there, it sticks out like a sore thumb. But I'm just glad I get that out of the way. But I think the next colors I'm going to tackle probably in the future video will get rid of these pastels like pink, purple, and magenta and stuff like that. I don't really use those for anything. If I use any bricks that I know I use in common colors, it's usually like white and tan. Gray maybe for landscaping. You also got sand green. I did order a few of these. Also, some of them came from a Minecraft set. Oh, look at that. See? Even I make mistakes. I have to sort a bin with just those alone. I pulled this out of that. So now I'll have to rustle up a lid for this. And since I don't really use orange that much, these are going to get stored in the top of my closet, because I just don't use orange for a lot of things. This was just for a pumpkin build that I had to do for a theme. I think I have more than enough now to build another pumpkin. I mean, you know, let's see if I can find a lid here real quick. Okay, let's see here. You know, it kind of bulges. Look at that. That's like 5–6 inches of just brick. You know. And I know somebody's going to ask, Why did I buy so many? This is just through years of collecting. Getting stuff like this just takes years. I think I'm going to have to start sorting by color now.